Matjaž Perc is a distinguished physicist and professor at the University of Maribor, Slovenia, where he directs the Complex Systems Center Maribor. Renowned for his interdisciplinary research, Perc has analyzed large-scale language corpora to uncover universal laws of word organization, demonstrating that detachment from linguistic details reveals macro patterns, such as scaling laws in vocabulary growth. His work extends to statistical physics, complex systems, network science, and evolutionary game theory, earning him recognition as a top 1% most cited physicist by Cleovate Analytics, a member of Academia Europaea, and the recipient of prestigious awards like the Zois Award and the Young Scientist Award for Socio- and Econophysics. Matjaž Perc studied physics at the University of Maribor, where he also completed his doctoral thesis. His doctoral research was on noise-induced pattern formation in spatially extended systems, with applications to the nervous system, game theoretical models, and social complexity. Spatial coherence resonance in excitable media, Matjaž Perc, Physical Reverend E72, 0162007 2005. This paper explores the concept of spatial coherence resonance in excitable media. It demonstrates that an optimal level of noise can enhance the regularity and coherence of spatial patterns, such as spirals or traveling waves. The research shows that noise can constructively help elements in a system overcome a threshold and synchronize their behavior, leading to the formation of large-scale, ordered structures that would not exist in the absence of noise or at very high noise levels. Coherence resonance in a spatial prisoner's dilemma game, Matjaž Perc, New J Physical 8, 22 2006. This study applies the principle of coherence resonance to the spatial prisoner's dilemma game. The paper finds that an intermediate level of noise, or stochasticity, can actually promote cooperation. This optimal noise level helps cooperators resist invasion by defectors and allows them to form stable clusters, which in turn increases the overall level of cooperation in the population. Transition from Gaussian to Levy distributions of stochastic payoff variations in the spatial prisoner's dilemma game, Matjaž Perc, Physical Reverend E75, 0221001 2007. This research investigates the impact of different types of payoff variations on the spatial prisoner's dilemma. It shows that Levy distributions, which are characterized by a higher probability of large fluctuations, are even more effective than standard Gaussian distributions at promoting cooperation. The large, sudden payoff changes from a Levy distribution can provide significant advantages to cooperators, allowing them to spread more rapidly. Noise-guided evolution within cyclical interactions, Matjaž Perc and Attila Zolnoki, New J Physical 9, 267 2007. This paper examines the role of noise in systems with cyclical interactions, like the rock-paper-scissors game. The authors demonstrate that an optimal amount of noise can guide evolution by preventing a single strategy from dominating. Social diversity and promotion of cooperation in the spatial prisoner's dilemma game, Matjaž Perc and Attila Zolnoki, Physical Reverend E77, 01190 2008. This study explores how social diversity, modeled by varying player aspiration levels, influences cooperation in the spatial prisoner's dilemma. It finds that this type of heterogeneity can significantly enhance cooperation by creating a more resilient social environment. Making new connections towards cooperation in the prisoner's dilemma game, Attila Zolnoki, Matjaž Perc, and Zhadanku, EPL 84, 50007 2008. This paper introduces a dynamic element to the prisoner's dilemma. Players can strategically rewire their connections. The research shows that this ability to break links with defectors and form new ones with successful cooperators is a powerful mechanism for promoting cooperation. In 2009, he received the Zois Certificate of Recognition for his research in theoretical physics, becoming the youngest person ever to receive the honor at the age of 30. He went on to become the head of the Institute of Physics at the University of Maribor in 2010 and a full professor of physics in 2011. In 2015, he established the Complex Systems Center Maribor. Topology Independent Impact of Noise on Cooperation in Spatial Public Goods Games, Attila Zalnoki, Matjaž Perc, and Gyurgy Sabo, Physical Reverend E80, 0561009 2009. This work extends the study of noise's constructive role to the more complex public goods game. It demonstrates that an intermediate level of noise can promote cooperation across various network topologies. Resolving Social Dilemmas on Evolving Random Networks, Attila Zalnoki, and Matjaž Perc, EPL 86, 30007 2009. This paper investigates the resolution of social dilemmas on evolving random networks. The authors show that allowing players to cut ties with non-cooperative neighbors is a very effective mechanism for promoting cooperation. 2010 Co-Evolutionary Games, a mini-review, Matjaž Perc and Attila Zalnoki, Biosystems 99, 109 to 125 2010. This review article provides a comprehensive overview of the field of co-evolutionary games, where the game dynamics and network structure influence each other. 2011 Does strong heterogeneity promote cooperation by group interactions? Matjaž Perc, New J Physical 13, 123,027 2011. This paper examines the role of heterogeneity in group sizes on cooperation in the public goods game. The study finds that this strong heterogeneity can be a powerful promoter of cooperation. 2012 Defense Mechanisms of Empathetic Players in the Spatial Ultimatum Game, Attila Zalnoki, Matjaž Perc, and Gyurgy Sabo, Physical Reverend Let. 109, 0787001 2012. This research explores the spatial ultimatum game with the inclusion of empathetic players. The study shows that this empathetic trait acts as a powerful defense mechanism for cooperators, as it allows for more transactions to be completed, even if they are somewhat unequal. Evolution of the most common English words and phrases over the centuries, Matjaž Perc, JRSOC Interface 9, 3323 to 3328 2012. This study shifts to linguistic evolution, analyzing how the frequency of common English words and phrases has changed over centuries using the Google Ngram corpus. The research applies tools from statistical physics to reveal the dynamics of language, showing that while some words are stable, others undergo rapid changes linked to historical and cultural shifts. Self-organization of punishment in structured populations, Matjaž Perc and Attila Zalnoki, New J Physical 14, 043013 2012. This paper investigates how punishment can self-organize and become a stable strategy in social dilemmas. It shows that punishers can thrive by forming dense clusters where the collective benefit of cooperation outweighs the individual cost of punishment, leading to the spontaneous creation of social norms. Evolutionary advantages of adaptive rewarding, Attila Zalnoki and Matjaž Perc, New J Physical 14, 093016 2012. This research explores adaptive rewarding as an alternative to punishment. The paper demonstrates that rewarding cooperators can be a highly effective and sustainable strategy. Correlation of positive and negative reciprocity fails to confer an evolutionary advantage. Phased transitions to elementary strategies, Attila Zalnoki and Matjaž Perc, Physical Reverend X3, 041021 2013. This paper reveals a counterintuitive finding. Combining positive and negative reciprocity in a single strategy often fails to confer an evolutionary advantage. The study shows that the system undergoes a phased transition where more specialized strategies, either rewarding or punishing, tend to outcompete the complex, generalist reciprocators. Evolutionary dynamics of group interactions on structured populations, a review, Matjaž Perc, Jesus Gomez Gardens, Attila Zalnoki, Luis M. Floria and Yamir Moreno, JRSOC Interface 10, 20120997-2013. This is a comprehensive review paper on evolutionary game theory in group interactions on structured populations. Interdependent network reciprocity in evolutionary games, Zhen Wang, Attila Zalnoki, and Matjaž Perc. Scientific Reports 3, 1183 2013. This paper introduces the concept of interdependent networks to evolutionary game theory. The authors show that having two separate, but coupled, networks can have a profound impact on cooperation. The interdependence between layers creates a positive feedback loop that helps form highly stable cooperative clusters. Self-organization of progress across the century of physics, Matjaž Perc. Scientific Reports 3, 1720 2013. The study uses the Ngram viewer for publications of the American Physical Society to analyze the evolution of scientific terminology in physics over a century. It shows that the history of physics is not a smooth process but is characterized by periods of stasis followed by bursts of innovation, suggesting that scientific progress is a self-organizing phenomenon. Inheritance patterns in citation networks reveal scientific memes. Tobias Kuhn, Matjaž Perc, and Dirk Helbing, Physical Reverend X4, 041036 2014. This paper applies concepts from evolutionary dynamics to scientific citation networks. By modeling citations as a form of inheritance, the authors track the propagation of scientific memes, concepts and ideas and reveal distinct patterns of how they spread and are adopted by the scientific community. The Matthew effect in empirical data, Matjaž Perc, JRSOC Interface 11, 20140378-2014. This study provides a quantitative analysis of the Matthew effect, the idea that prominent scientists receive more credit for their work. Using citation data, Perc demonstrates that papers by highly cited authors receive a disproportionate number of citations, confirming that this effect is a measurable and fundamental property of scientific prestige. Antisocial pool rewarding does not deter public cooperation. Attila Zalnoki and Matjaž Perc, PROCRSOCB 282, 20151975-2015. This paper examines the surprising effects of antisocial pool rewarding, where players reward non-cooperators. The research finds that this seemingly counterproductive strategy does not necessarily undermine cooperation and can even help to maintain a certain level of it by creating a more complex and balanced dynamic. Saving human lives, what complexity science and information systems can contribute. Dirk Helbing, Dirk Brockman, Thomas Chadefos, Karsten Donay, ULF Blank, Olivia Woolley Meza, Mehdi Mouse said, Anders Johansson, Jens Krause, Sebastian Schutt and Matjaž Perc, JSTAT Physical 158, 735 to 781 2015. This is a broad review that explores how complexity science and information systems can be applied to address real-world challenges, such as epidemics, crowd dynamics, and urban safety. Statistical Physics of Crime, a review, Maria R. D. Orsana and Matjaž Perc, Physical Life Revelation 12, 1-21 2015. This review paper applies statistical physics to the study of crime, treating it as a complex, self-organizing phenomenon. It discusses models for understanding crime patterns, gang formation, and policing strategies, offering a new, quantitative perspective on criminology. Antisocial pool rewarding does not deter public cooperation. Attila Zalnoki and Matjaž Perc, PROCRSOCB 282, 20151975-2015. Saving human lives, what complexity science and information systems can contribute. Dirk Helbing, Dirk Brockman, Thomas Chadefos, Karsten Donay, ULF Blank, Olivia Woolley Meza, Medi Mouse said, Anders Johansson, Jens Kraus, Sebastian Schutt and Matjaž Perc, JSTAT Physical 158, 735 to 781 20151. Evolutionary Games on Multilayer Networks, a Colloquium, Z. Wang, L. Wang, Azalnoki, M. Perc, European Physical Journal B88, 124 2015. Toward the discovery of citation cardinals in citation networks, I. Pfister Jr. I. Pfister and M. Perc, Front. Physical 449 2016. Statistical Physics of Human Cooperation, Matjaž Perc, Gillian J. Jordan, David G. Rand, Zhen Wang, Attila Zalnoki, Physics Report 687, 1-51 2017. Chimera States in Neuronal Networks, a Review, S. Maji, B. K. Bera, D. Ghosh, M. Perc, Physics of Life Reviews 28, 100-121 2019. Evolutionary Dynamics of Higher Order Interactions in Social Networks, U. Alvarez Rodriguez, F. Battiston, G. F. de Arruda, Y. Moreno, M. Perc, Nature Human Behavior 5, 586-595 2021. Social Physics, M. Jusup, P. Holm, K. Kanazawa, M. Takayasu, I. Romick, Z. Wang, S. Gasick, M. Perc, Physics Reports 948, 1-148 2022. Dynamics on Higher Order Networks, a Review, S. Maji, M. Perc, D. Ghosh, Journal of the Royal Society Interface 19, 2022004 2022. Evolutionary Dynamics of Any Multiplayer Game on Regular Graphs, Chao-Chien Wang, Matjaž Perc, and Attila Zalnoki, Nat Commune. 15, 5349 2024. From Outcome-Based to Language-Based Preferences, Valerio Caprero, Joseph Y. Halpern, and Matjaž Perc, J. Econ. Lit. 62, 115-154 2024. Robustness and Resilience of Complex Networks, Oriol Artime, Marco Gracia, Manlio de Domenico, James P. Gleason, Hernan A. Makes, Giuseppe Mangiani, Matjaž Perc, and Filippo Radica, Nat Reverend Physical 6, 114-131 2025. A Holistic Matrix Norm-Based Alternative Solution Method for Markov Reward Games, Burhanuddin Izgi, Murat Uzkia, Nazim Kemal and Matjaž Perc, APPL Math. Compute 488, 129,124 2025.